Everyone, welcome to Tanvi Tech Tutorial, Data and Analytics Technology Series tutorial. So now here in this video, we'll discuss about database and its types of databases. First of all, we'll discuss about what is a database. A database is a collection of data. Database Management System, DBMS, is a software that creates and accesses the database. Database stores data in structured way in the form of rows and columns. DBMS software examples: Microsoft SQL Server, Oracle, MySQL, PostgreSQL, Sybase, and IBM DB2. Now here we can see in the diagram we do have different types of databases. First one is centralized database, distributed database, relational database, NoSQL database, cloud database, object-oriented database, hierarchical database, and personal database. So we will see one by one with an examples. Very first one is centralized database. We can call this as a CDB, centralized database. A centralized database is a database that is located, stored, and maintained in a single location. Here in the diagram we can see we have a centralized database and we have client 1, client 2, client 3, client 4, client 5, and client 6. This location is most often a central computer or database system, for example a desktop or a server, CPU, or a mainframe computer. Centralized database used by organizations such as colleges, companies, and banks, etc. Now we'll see about distributed database, DDB. A distributed database is a database that consists of 2 or more files located in different sites, either on the same network or on entirely different networks. We do have few examples for distributed database systems: AWS SimpleDB, CreateDB, Arculite, EventQL, GhostDB, JustinDB, ClusterPoint, and TIDB, etc. Here also we can see a communication network. We do have Site 1, Site 2, Site 3, Site 4, Site 5, and Site 6. We do have a different databases for each and every site. Site 1 having DB1, Site 2 having DB2, Site 3 having DB3, and Site 4 having DB4, database 4, and Site 5 having DB5, Site 6 having DB6. And now coming to the third type, relational database, RDB. A relational database organizes data into rows and columns which collectively forms a table. Here we do have few examples for relational database systems: Microsoft SQL Server, MySQL, PostgreSQL, Oracle Database, IBM Informix, DB2, Microsoft Access, Amazon Relational Database Service, etc. Here if you observe in the diagram, here we can see a centralized fact table and we do have different dimensional tables. We do have a relation in between the tables which collectively forms a the tables are establishing relation in the relational database systems. And coming to the fourth one, NoSQL database. NoSQL. The abbreviation for NoSQL is not only SQL. NoSQL is an approach to database management system that can accommodate a wide variety of data models, including key value, document, columnar, and graph formats. A NoSQL database generally means that it is a non-relational, distributed, flexible, and scalable. Few examples for NoSQL database: MongoDB, Amazon DynamoDB, Cassandra, HBase, Infinite Graph, Neo4j, HostDB, etc. Here we have a diagram for NoSQL database examples, document, a graph, and key values, and white column. Now the fifth one is cloud database. A cloud database is a database built to run in a public or hybrid cloud environment to help organize, store, and manage data within organization. Cloud databases can be offered as a managed database as a service. Database as a service. Few examples for cloud database: Amazon Web Services, Google Cloud, Microsoft Azure, Rackspace, IBM DB2, SAP HANA, Databricks, Snowflakes, etc. Here we can see a diagram for cloud databases. Object-oriented database. An object database is managed by an object-oriented database management system, or DBMS, object-oriented database. The database combines object-oriented programming concepts with relational database principles. Object-oriented programming concepts, like examples, objects, classes, methods, and pointers. Here we can see a diagram for object-oriented database. Here we are having a shape. We do have a shape properties like get area and get parameter. Coming to the circle, we do have center radius. Rectangle, we do have length and breadth. We have a triangle with a base and height. So basically, the object-oriented database is managed by an object-oriented database management system. What is an object? Objects are the basic building block and an instance of a class where the type is either built-in or user-defined. What is a classes? Classes provide a schema or a blueprint for objects defining the behavior. Methods. Methods determine the behavior of a class. What is a pointers? Pointers help access elements of an object database and establish relation between objects. Few examples for object-oriented database: Gemstone, ObjectDB, Object Database Plus, Objectivity plus DB, Object Store, Percent. These are all examples for object-oriented databases. The next one is hierarchical database. A hierarchical database is a data model in which data is stored in the form of records and organized into a tree-like structure or parent-child structures, in which one parent node can have many child nodes connected through links. Few examples for hierarchical databases: IBM Information Management System, IMS, Research Data Management, which is nothing but RDM, mobile. Here we can see a hierarchical kind of structure here we are having, which is nothing but tree-like structure. Here we are having a college. Within a college we are having department and infrastructure. Within the department we do have the course, teachers and students. Within a course we do have theory and labs. So here we can see a college tree-like structure here. The next one is personal database. A personal database system is the local database system which is only for one user to store and manage the data and information on their own personal system. There are a number of applications are used in local computer to design and manage the personal database system. Example database: Microsoft Access and RDBMS. Here we can see a diagram. A personal user, maybe we're having MS Access or personal DBMS system. Yeah, these are all the different types of database systems. Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe Tanvi Tech Tutorial. Thank you everyone.